Manish and the Beach Shebang. All of my ups to date. But they gassing me up. Where does it go? My head. Uh, yeah. Okay. So today I'm gonna talk about the time in 10th grade. So that's 3 years ago at this point. So back in 10th grade, me and my friends planned some hangout. We'll go to the mall. We'll watch a movie or something and just spend time. But this wasn't a regular plan. This plan had some bitches in it. Yeah. And this was the first time I was actually gonna hang out with females because I was pretty introverted. I didn't really have any female friends in those days. Of course, I have a lot of them now. But back then, I didn't have any. So, this hangout meant a lot to me. And I really wanted to go there. But, okay, so something went wrong. We created a GC to plan the entire thing where we'll assemble at what time and what we'll do, what budget we need and all. We made a GC for that, okay? And in that GC, we were of course just goofing around for some while. And then I crack a joke. Pretty huge deal, right? Me cracking a joke, imagine that. And this joke was some lame shit like, oh, you're a South Indian, just bring idli or something. But this other guy in the group who's kind of the leader of this thing, who's kind of organizing the whole thing, you could say that, he gets offended by that. For no reason whatsoever. The joke wasn't targeted at him. I didn't even know that he's online when I was cracking that joke. It had nothing to do with him. But he gets offended for some reason. I wonder why. It was probably because he hated me because I was in the social ladder. I was at a pretty low spot back then, and he was the head boy or something, which is okay. Yeah, you're social or whatever. But yeah, he hated me, and I'm pretty sure he just didn't want me to come and wanted to exclude me particularly. So he got all bitchy about it. He started saying shit like, oh, we gotta cancel this because this guy, he's problematic. He's offensive. Even though whatever I said wasn't offensive, the person it was targeted to wasn't offended either. Uh, of course, I didn't know this back then. Back then, I was thinking that shit, I might have fucked up. And the entire thing might get cancelled because of me. How do I control it? How do I make sure that this plan carries forward? I wonder about this for quite a long time. I tried to defend myself in the GC we were talking about, right? I tried to defend myself in that and make sure that these guys don't think I'm actually some rude person who's trying to offend everyone or something. Nah, whatever. And I think that's where I went wrong. I tried to over explain myself even though I didn't do anything wrong. I still tried to say that, I'm really sorry for this. I'll apologize to everyone in this GC because I've offended you and I was just yapping shit even though I didn't mean any of it because I knew that I'm not doing anything wrong. And I was really hurt on the inside because, as I said, this was my first time properly hanging out with females outside school. So I really wanted this and I was desperate for it back then. So I made that mistake. I over apologized. I shouldn't really have apologized, of course, but I didn't really have self respect back then. Now, the leader guy we were talking about, we just call him leader because why not? No, that sounds cocky. We'll call him rude boy because he's rude. So the rude boy is still not forgiving me. He's still acting bitchy. He's not accepting my apology and is hell bent on cancelling the entire thing, which of course would have meant cancelling it on my face, but then planning the entire meetup without me behind my back. That's pretty obvious at this point, but I didn't realize it back then. I was still apologizing. So, Rude Boy decides to thrash me in the GC when I'm being vulnerable, when I'm apologizing, and that's pretty sad because it's public humiliation. Who likes public humiliation? So the entire thing just goes on. He's saying, "You're this, you're that," and I'm saying, "No, I'll improve. I swear I'm not like this. Please don't cancel the meetup." And Rude Boy decides to block me after all of this on WhatsApp. Where else he'll block? Oh yeah, okay. So he blocks me after this, and I can't even apologize to him personally. Which again, I know, I shouldn't apologize, but back then I'm really down bad to make this thing work out. So I would have done anything back then. So back then I'm thinking, oh shit, I can't even DM right now because he's blocked me. He can't check my messages or whatever. And I'm pretty sad that day because I know that the entire thing's over. There's not gonna be any meetup with bitches in it. Yeah. So I go to my best friend who's also kind of a therapist to me. I tell him the entire situation and he gives me a new perspective. He says, look at the entire situation from a third person perspective. So that's like thinking, thinking that shit, this small joke made this guy so offended that he cancelled the entire meetup. He ruined his plans, his time. He wasted his time. He wasted everyone's time over a small joke only because he disliked me. Damn. This joke meant that much to him that he was ready to go out of his way to ruin the whole thing. Ruin his social image in front of everyone as well. Ow. Interesting. That made me feel a whole lot better. And I'd say this was Gestomaxing way before Gestomaxing even existed. This guy really invented Gestomaxing live in front of me. Damn. So I take a lesson from that. I decide to feel like I'm this guy who doesn't care about the entire situation because imagine cancelling an entire meetup over a joke. So lame, right? They are the lame ones, not me. That's what I'm thinking, and it is true when I think about it now. But back then I knew that, oh, I really need this meetup with females. But anyways, the thing goes down, and the mistake I made was over apologizing. Apologizing isn't a bad thing, but over apologizing is. The difference between the both of them is that when you're over apologizing, you put the other person on a pedestal. You give them more than what they deserve, and you demean yourself, not only in your own eyes but also in the public eye. So they are thinking that, oh, this guy is always ready to compensate even when it's not his fault. Of course, they're not thinking it, but subconsciously they realize that, oh, we can just misuse this guy because he's always gonna apologize and he's a bitch. We can do anything we want with him and he'll just say, oh, okay, I'm in, I'm ready to apologize, I'm ready to do whatever you say, master. That's what they are thinking. But is it the best for you? Of course not. You should get some self-respect. You shouldn't over apologize. You should know your worth. I didn't know my worth back then. I didn't really have any. I didn't really have any worth, but of course, if I have this much worth, I thought that I'm worth this. I didn't know my exact worth. I could have, of course, built my value and shit, which I did later, but I didn't back then. So this is why your standing in the social hierarchy should be high. So others don't really fuck with you like this, right? My mental state was really bad back then, and this just wasn't it. Because I thought, oh, I've done something wrong. It's my mistake. I'm the worst person ever. I deserve to die because of this. Which I didn't, but didn't really know my worth either. What would have happened if I was on a higher social standing? Would have been like, oh, you wanna cancel this? Okay, I'm not gonna be a doormat. I'm not gonna apologize more than I need. You wanna cancel it. I'll plan another meetup because I'm capable of doing that. Because I have a lot of friends. Because others would love to hang out with me. You're not the only one who wants to hang out with me, right? So that's what the current version of me would think, but the version of me that didn't have the accolades, the social hierarchical standing, and the respect from others thought that shit, this is the only meetup ever. Please don't cancel this guy. And that's really the difference when you actually build yourself up socially. Others can't misuse you because you literally can't be misused. There's nothing unique that this this one hangout can offer to you, or this one person can offer to you, you know. So again, using the same example, this rude boy can offer me a hangout with females because he has female friends, and I didn't back then. But right now, he can't really offer me shit. If he was to cancel this meetup, okay, these two girls would be egged out by me. I didn't really look at them romantically, but just get the sentiment right. These two girls would hate me, and this rude boy would hate me. His friend group would hate me. Okay, whatever. I have other friends. I could hang out with. I could plan an entire hangout with them and not waste my mental capacity and my time apologizing to this group. I could just let them be. Just leave the GC if you wanna thrash me, and I'll hang out with this other group that I have. If they aren't free, I have this other group. There's so many people I know, so I can. If I'm free, I can always hang out with someone. I can always spend time with someone, and it's always gonna be fun. So that's a really sick thing about improving yourself socially. You stop relying on one group, or you stop pedestalizing someone who doesn't deserve to be pedestalized. That's something that you should have had naturally, but because you were lonely for the entirety of your childhood, you feel the need of pedestalizing this one person because they are your everything. But trust me, for them you're like 10%. You're nothing for them, which is ideal because you should have many people in your life, but unfortunately you didn't. So build upon that, get a lot of friends, just be a social god, just to max through life. Nothing's that deep. Look at everything from a third person perspective. Never put yourself down for others. And get your swagger.